Hi, it feels good to be back, gamers. I'm back from China. Video coming very soon in the next couple of days to explain where I've been, how it all went, and all that jazz. But to get back into the swing of things, I found this video called 20 Ways to Get Banned in Genshin Impact. And I'm very curious about this because I know of a few ways that you can get banned in the game, like using mods and stuff like that. And it goes way deeper than I could imagine if there's 20 different ways to get banned. So let's take a little dive into this and see what it's all about.
From sharing leaked content to using character skin mods, here are 20 ways to get banned.
I do think I'm going to talk on these and say whether I think they should be a quote-unquote bannable offense, by the way, when they come up. And I'll give my reasons why, because I think some of them are kind of silly and some of them make a lot of sense, obviously.
And in Genshin Impact. And for number one, you better choose your name wisely. Usernames, nicknames, or in-game signatures that contain slurs, hate speech, sexual content, or extreme political statements are very much against the community guidelines. Genshin has a built-in detection system, but if you manage to get around it and if other players report you, a moderator will review it and can issue anything from a forced name change to a permanent ban. Now,
I think in terms of the censorship in the game, I think it does make sense that you can get banned for certain things. However, I do think the censorship in Genshin Impact kind of makes no sense a lot of the time. I vaguely remember, I say vaguely, quite vividly actually, typing in the in-game chat and certain things getting censored that just straight up shouldn't be, and I don't understand why. Like, you can type in bomb in the game chat, but you can't type C4, which is another form of explosive. But characters, constellations, like, I can't say I've got C4 Klee, but I can say Klee's got a bomb. It just doesn't really make any sense to me.
Number two, using third-party cheats or hacks. This is an obvious one. If you install external software to modify the game and give yourself an unfair advantage, things like one-hit kill attacks, infinite stamina, or teleporting across the map, you are automatically going to get banned.
Or are you? Because there's been one guy, what's his name? Fucking Animo Minmax or something, for the past God knows how long, that has been going around into other people's worlds doing this, and even worse stuff. Like, is this an actual way you can get banned? Probably. But why doesn't it hold for everybody is my question.
Versus anti-cheat is sophisticated, and this is the cardinal sin of any online game.
True.
It's a fast track to a permanent, irreversible ban. Just don't do it. Unless you've come here looking for ways to get banned.
I do think it's a good thing to get banned for, by the way. I don't think modifying, like, the in-game client like that is a good thing.
And in that case, do as you wish, I guess. Number three, buying or selling accounts. Account trading, buying high-level accounts, or selling your own account is highly against the rules. Not to mention,
I wonder how much my Genshin account would be worth. I've never even thought about that. Yeah, I think buying accounts and stuff should probably be a bannable offense. I didn't realize this was bannable because so many people do it, dude. Like, it surprises me. Surely this is just one of those things that doesn't get enforced that often, right?
If you're buying an account from someone else, it's a huge
assume
security risk. The original owner of the account can oftentimes try to reclaim it after the illegal sale, which leaves the buyer with nothing. For Hoyoverse, it's a simple matter. One account, one owner. Number four,
100%.
using third-party game boosters. You know those apps or software that claim
this is a bannable offense
to make your apps and games run better? If you use them on Genshin Impact, the game will recognize manipulation of game files, which could lead to a ban. Some phones and PCs have built-in game boosting software.
Wait, that's so stupid. I don't think this should be bannable. This is literally, isn't this literally just changing, like, your actual device's specification stuff, not the actual game related stuff? And even if it was, isn't it literally just changing what exists in the game for, like, settings and stuff? Why the hell is this bannable?
Software, and generally those are fine, but if you use anything third party, you're putting your account at risk.
Weird.
Number five, using skin mods. Yes, these are rather harmless, but if Hoyoverse catches you using skin mods to change the look of your characters, you're gonna get banned.
I have a pretty hot take with this one. I'll say it afterwards.
Having that cool looking traveler skin is just not worth it. If you really insist on using them though, just please do not post any screenshots anywhere that show your user ID. If Hoyoverse finds it, they're gonna come kick your door down.
Yeah, so my hot take about this is, and listen, this is a hot take for a lot of people, but if Hoyo don't want you using skin mods, then make more skins, bro. I've said this for the longest time, right? The game is now 5-6 years old. There's still no traveler skins. There's still no skins for a large majority of characters, and even if there are, they're like the most, I don't want to say the most basic skins because a lot of work does go into a lot of the skins, but there's like one skin option, right? I don't know why they don't make more skins. I feel like they could be making an absolute killing. It's a gold mine for them. I am more likely at this point Although I'm not spending on the game anymore and I'm not buying skins, but if I was, I would be way more likely to buy a skin than a character at this point. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think skins are cool. And honestly, with it being a bannable offense, the only reason I can see why it'd be a bannable offense is because it's taking money away from the actual, like, game. But the skins aren't there to begin with for a lot of these skins, right? It's like, the Traveler skins don't exist, so people are making Traveler skins. I personally am on the side of this is harmless. I think skins, because they're client-side, are absolutely fine. It is a bannable offense. If you are using skins, it is bannable, of course, like he says in this video. But for me personally, this is one of those things where I wish it wasn't a bannable offense, dude. Or just make better, like, make more skins.
Number 6, using autoclickers. I know, some quests can be so boring to sit through. Wouldn't it just be easier to just have an autoclicker? No, because Hoyoverse is absolutely going to detect what you're doing and ban your account. They can
Okay. Autoclickers abandon a lot of games, especially MMOs, for doing things like crafting 24/7 and then selling the items because it's manipulating the game to get an advantage. Autoclicking in Genshin, I can only see it actually being used for skipping content, in which case I am a big advocate of the skip button. I wouldn't use it myself for main story stuff, but I'm totally fine if people do want to use it and play the game for ways they want to experience it. I think it's perfectly fine. Do I think an autoclicker should be banned? I think for game integrity, autoclickers are typically just bad, but then add the skip button if that's what people are using it for, right?
You can tell how many times you click, and if your clicking rate is suspicious. You just have to sit through the long dialogue.
What else would it be useful for in Genshin? Nothing, right?
Number 7, abusing refunds or chargebacks. This is a serious one. If you buy something in the in-game shop like Genesis crystals and then contact your bank or PayPal to forcefully refund the money, a process known as a chargeback, Hoyoverse will immediately take action. From
I think this is a good thing.
Their perspective, you've taken their product without paying. They will either put your account into a negative primogen balance, effectively locking you out until you pay it back, or they'll see what you're doing and issue a straight up ban. Yeah, you're not going to get those free primogens. Number 8, spamming.
I think that's a fine thing. I think chargebacks is just scummy. It's the same way people charge back even on, like, Twitch and stuff, right? Luckily, it hasn't really happened to me too many times. But, like, if someone does, like, a huge donation and they charge it back, the creator actually has to pay out of their own pocket for, like, fees and stuff associated with that, typically a percentage. I assume it's the same with these companies as well. They'd have to pay a set amount out of pocket to justify it. That's clearly just a bad thing to do.
Or harassing others in co-op. This should be common sense, but the co-op chat is not the Wild West. Being toxic, spamming messages, using hate speech, harassing other players, or looking for love can get you reported. Hoyoverse does review.
Bro, if you go on Genshin Impact looking for love, like dead ass, bro, you gotta go touch some fucking grass. I'm sorry. There's better things out there. Not dating apps and shit. Those fucking suck. But just go to like a fucking cafe or something, or talk to people. Bro, Genshin Impact is it's not a fucking dating sim.
These reports.
Oh my god.
And if you're found to be a constantly disruptive presence in the community, they will suspend or ban your account.
Perfectly fine.
And to go along with that, we have number 9, sharing inappropriate or not safe for work content in game names or chats. This extends beyond just chat messages. Your in-game name, your player signature, the names of your Serenity Pot layouts, and your character nicknames are all subject to the same rules.
Oh my god, I remember people got banned for drawing dicks in the sand in the Serenity Pot. I actually remember this, dude. This was years ago, though.
Using inappropriate or not safe for work language in any of the...
I've seen plenty of NSFW language in people's, like, character signatures, by the way. 100%.
Profile can lead to a ban when they're reported. Just don't be a gooner. Number 10.
You can be a gooner, just goon where it's appropriate, right?
Exploring bugs or glitches repeatedly. There's a difference between accidentally encountering a bug and actively abusing it for your personal gain. If you discover a glitch that lets you, for example, duplicate materials or instantly kill a boss and you use it over and over again, you're exploiting the game. And trust me, Hoyoverse will find out. Hoyoverse tracks player data, and unusual gains and behaviors are easily flagged. A one-time funny glitch that you find is fine, but using it over and over again will get you banned.
Okay, so here's my take on this. Fix your fucking game, first and foremost. In my humble opinion, if there is a bug or a glitch in the game that lets you duplicate items and stuff, depending on the severity of it, if you can duplicate primogems, obviously you're gonna put your account at risk. That is just a very obvious thing. Same with in-game items, but if there's like a glitch where you can get into an area you're not supposed to be able to get into, or like you can fucking animation lock a character in an animation they shouldn't be able to be in forever, like the glitches with like Shalona, where she's constantly in her sprint form, right? That are more fun than anything, that don't really disrupt anything. I think it's perfectly fine. I think if anything, they should just fix those bugs and glitches fast so that people can't do it if they really don't want people to be doing it. But for the most part, dude, bugs and glitches are just fun in this game. Same with most games, dude. I think bugs and glitches are just fun for the most part. But that might be a hot take for a lot of people. I don't really give a fuck. I think bugs and glitches are fine. Just fix them. Fix them yourself instead of banning people. Unless it is super bad, like duplicating primos or something, obviously.
Number 11. Impersonating Hoyoverse staff or other players. For example, pretending to be a Hoyoverse developer, a moderator, or a well-known content creator to scam, trick, or mislead other players is a major offense. I
think the thing here is more so scamming other people, right? Like, I don't... Maybe they would be bothered by this, but I think if someone, like... If I'm going into someone's fucking co-op world and I'm like, yeah, I'm Duck... Like, I'm Ziox, like, nothing really bad's gonna come from it, unless you are scamming people, which is obviously bad.
Goes against the trust and safety of the community and is treated with zero tolerance. Naming your account after your favorite content creator is fine, but pretending to be that person is a fast way to get permanently removed from the game.
Fair.
Number 12. Using VPNs to abuse regional bonuses. Using a VPN for better ping or
Wait, what?
security is generally fine, but using it to abuse regional economic systems is not. If you use a VPN to pretend you're in a different country to take advantage of cheaper Genesis crystal prices or exclusive
Bro, I know so many people that do this. So many people.
promotions, you're violating Hoyoverse's terms of service, and they can see what you're doing, and this can lead to your account being flagged or banned permanently.
100%. The thing is, like, how do you tell then if that is the case? Because what if somebody's using a VPN just to get better ping or like play the game, but then that just so happens to also make the shop system? Do you have to then stop using the VPN for that? I guess I kind of get that. I kind of understand that one.
Number 13, using unsupported controllers. This one is a bit tricky, but you are not allowed to use unsupported controllers in Genshin Impact. What does this mean exactly? Using something that doesn't automatically connect to your device. For example, say you play on mobile, but you somehow hook up a mouse and keyboard to your phone. In Hoyoverse's eyes, that is not allowed and you will be banned.
Fucking why? What advantage are you gonna get over other players? Like, this makes no sense to me. It's just what? I get it for like FPSs and stuff where there's a net positive advantage to using a different controller type, right? But this is fucking Genshin Impact. The hardest thing you're gonna do is remember what each button does.
They can tell exactly what you're doing, and they see this as cheating, so just don't do it.
Cheating what? You're cheating nothing but yourself, and even then, that's so stupid. I don't think that should be a bannable offense at all.
Number 14, advertising illegal services. If you see someone in-game advertising cheap primogems, account boosting services, or spiral abyss clearing services, they're risking a ban.
I'll keep it a buck. If you see people in-game advertising cheap stuff and you fall for that could also very much just be a straight-up scam, and you're stupid for trusting that. I'm sorry.
Paying someone to play on your account for you is not allowed. Mentioning or promoting these black market services in your signature or in co-op chat makes you a part of the problem. These are usually all scams, and Hoyoverse is actively trying to prevent these, and they will ban any account that advertises them. Number 15, accessing or modifying the game files. This is more of a technical violation, but still very serious. Going into your PC and unpacking the game's files to look at models, decrypt data, or data mine for future content is strictly forbidden.
That makes sense. I mean, that's how a lot of leakers get access to privy to information, right?
This is counted as...
but that's mainly for beta stuff. Does this work the same for just the game as it is?
It's a huge violation of Hoyoverse's intellectual property. If you're caught doing this, especially if you share information publicly, you can expect a ban. Number
16, not subscribing to Brad Online will get you banned in Genshin Impact, so make sure you hit the sub button.
16 is a bit of a niche one, but it is using external software for UI overlays or crosshairs. This is a trap that some players fall into. Even a harmless program that puts a custom crosshair on your screen for boat characters, or a DPS meter overlay can get you banned. You see, Genshin's built-in anti-cheat system is designed to detect any external program that hooks onto or modifies the game client.
I get that. I get the internal systems, but surely you could just appeal that, because holy fuck, that is the most harmless shit ever.
It can't tell the difference between a harmless overlay and a malicious cheat.
Why not? Why can't it tell the difference? Surely there's gotta be. Listen, correct me if I'm wrong here. Surely there's some anti-cheat out there that is more developed that can actually tell the difference between what is and what isn't good for the game, right? And what is and isn't like positively or negatively affecting people's experience. This is a single player goddamn game, dude. There is no competitiveness in this game. The only competitive is community PvP that we see on a daily basis on Twitter. Like,
it's better to be safe and avoid them entirely unless you want to lose your account. Number 17, sharing or selling leaked content. This is a pretty...
Yeah, this is obvious. Bro, like... Yes, this should be a bannable offense, in my opinion, but how many times are we going to go through this? What leakers face barely no repercussions. Like, one leaker out of 1,000 will get, like, shit on randomly by Hoyo fucking lawyers coming to knock on their fucking door. Hello, coming in. What is it? Fuck. Coming in. Hello, Hoyoverse lawyers, open up. Like, but it's so few and far between that people just do it without worrying about any repercussions for leaks at this point. The amount of times I go on Twitter and get leaked by shit and by people not even tagging the leaks, I get so pissed off,
pretty
dude.
Common one. The Genshin community has a huge issue with leaks. While discussing leaks is a gray area, actively sharing or distributing leaked data, like sharing images of unreleased characters, beta gameplay footage, or story spoilers obtained through data mining, is a direct violation of non-disclosure agreements and copyright.
So here's the thing. Here's my very much TLDR on leaks. If you want to share leaks and dig for leaks, that is totally your prerogative. I have nothing against that, as long as you're fully aware of the repercussions that you face, because yes, it is against the law in a lot of places, and it is definitely against, at the very bare minimum, Hoyo TOS, because at the end of the day, leaks are a positive for a lot of players, but a net negative for the developers, right? Like, you're showing their unfinished work, basically, before they're ready to show it. So an emotional disadvantage there, an emotional negative, and also just a net negative in general, in my personal opinion, because people that are sharing these busted kits and stuff that could very much get nerfed down the line, and then they're like, oh, they nerfed this kit. It's like, yes, because it was a fucking beta, you dumbass. Sorry, I get really heated about leak shit. But yeah, I just think leaks are a net negative. I think what I would rather is Hoyo just show the characters early, right? Show the characters earlier, say that it's subject to change, and just do it that way. That way the community can get hyped as it is. But if you want to show leaks and spread leaks, that's fine. As long as you tag it as leaks, I'm fine with it. I have nothing against you if you take part in leak discourse. Just tag it as leaks so that people like me who don't want to fucking see it don't have it shoved down our fucking eyeballs every day.
Hoyoverse has become more and more aggressive in taking action against leakers, and this can extend to players or content creators who widely distribute that content.
100%.
So this is bad news if you're a Genshin player who likes to see things very early.
But it doesn't go that far. I mean, fucking Raiden Shotgun's still around, probably scrounging somewhere for leaks, right? I'm assuming.
Number 18, logging in from suspicious devices or IPs repeatedly. This is less about you doing something wrong and more about the game trying to protect you. So be careful switching your VPN between multiple different places. If your account is suddenly accessed from multiple different countries and devices in a short period, it looks like your account has been stolen. Hoyoverse's security system...
let's say your account's been stolen, or you're paying for services like people playing on your account for you, which, as said earlier, is definitely against TOS, right? So yeah, it's to protect them and you.
Systems may automatically flag and suspend your account to prevent further damage. If this happens to you legitimately, you'll have to go through customer service to get it restored.
Yep.
Number 19, accessing private servers. You might hear about private servers where players can do whatever they want. Hosting, promoting, and even playing on custom private servers is a massive violation of Hoyoverse's terms of service. It is seen by them as software piracy. So don't use a private server, because if they can link your activity on a private server back to your official game account, they will not hesitate to issue a permanent ban.
This is a weird one for me because I get it. I do. Private servers have always been a quote-unquote bad thing for a lot of games for as long as time can tell, especially MMOs and stuff, which I grew up on. When you look at it from a very narrow perspective, right, you don't really see anything wrong with private servers, because at the end of the day, it's not on the main server of the game. It's a private server created by people, and you can do whatever the fuck you want on it, basically. I do kind of understand it for Genshin, though, because if those private servers offer you, like, every single character, then yes, you could basically just play anything and everything on the private servers and never have to spend money, which is obviously in Hoyo's eyes a net negative. So that is taking away a lot of funding probably for that. I don't think it's necessarily about the IP piracy, because you can play this goddamn game for free. So I don't... that's probably just a scapegoat reason as to why. The main reason is they want people to spend money, so private servers are taking that ability away from a lot of people, or at least given the option to not spend money and still get the characters, right? Let's call a buck and keep it that way.
Though these can look fun to play on, it is not worth losing your account over.
Yep.
Number 20, collaborating with cheaters in co-op. Be careful who you play with. While you won't get banned for accidentally matching with a hacker once, if you are repeatedly and knowingly teaming up with a player who is blatantly cheating, you can be found guilty by association. Hoyoverse will flag you as a beneficiary of that cheating, and your account could be suspended as a result. If you see a cheater, just report them, leave the party, and block them. Otherwise,
not that they're gonna get banned, because again, Animo Minmax is still going around doing his shit, dude.
You will be at risk of getting banned as well. And finally, not subscribing to Slick is a sure way to get your account banned, so just go ahead and do that.
What the hell, bro? Mine was number 16, yours is number 21? Based, dude, based. I think that was a pretty good video. I'll leave the link down in the description below. Let me know as well, what do you think about these? Do you think there's any things that you shouldn't be banned for, things that you should be banned for? And let me know if there's other things that you want me to watch, if you want to hear about the China trip. And yeah, it's good to be back, and I'll catch you all in the next video.